Third application, field due to uniformly charged spherical shell. So we are going to take uniformly charged spherical shell. We are going to find the electric field. Okay, so let us consider a diagram now. Let us take a uniformly charged spherical shell. Like this is, yeah, almost look like a sphere. No, imagine this sphere it is. Okay, there is a center here. Center, let's say O. Okay, and to this we are given a charge. Okay, we are given what now? Charge we are given to this. Let me take what now? For a sake of convenience, we have taken positive charge. Sir, why only positive charge? You can take even negative charge, sir. If you take negative charge, electric field radially inward. If you take positive charge, electric field is radially outward. Radially means along the radius of the circle. Okay, a sphere. Okay, this sphere is having a radius. Let's say the radius of sphere is R. Let's say capital R, the radius sphere. Now what I want to do, I want to find the electric field. Okay, using this what now sphere and especially using what now Gauss law. Let us take now different cases now. So first I'll take case number 1. Case 1, I'm going to find electric field where outside the sphere. Where it is outside the sphere. Outside the sphere. Let's say some point here. Let's say the point P. This point P is where it is now outside the sphere. It is a distance of how much now? Let's say it is small r. And here I can write now small r, which is greater than capital R. Means it is outside sphere. So here it is what now? This is a surface charge density is given to this. And I want to find the electric field where now? Outside. So what I should imagine now? I should imagine a Gaussian surface including this point P. So I'm going to draw what now? Gaussian surface. Okay, it does not exactly look like a sphere. Yes. Now it is almost. Okay, this is what we call now Gaussian surface. Okay, this is what now charged. Okay, this is the center. Now I want to find the electric field where at this point P, I'm going to take what now small elemental area like this portion. I'm going to take. Now I want to find out what is the direction of electric field at point P. Direction of electric field will be in this direction. And direction of area vector will also not now. Same direction will be there, right? Direction of area vector, if I take a delta S, that will be what direction now? It will be in the same direction. Then angle theta become how much, students? Theta become equal to 0. On the sphere, you take a wherever you want. These two electric field and area vector will be in the same direction. There is no change in that. Okay. Now, since it is like that, so I'm going to find what now first? Electric flux through this. What is the formula for electric flux? I'm going to find now total electric flux. Through the Gaussian surface. Is what now? So we know that flux is given by what now? Electric field multiplied by area. So I'm going to take delta phi is equal to electric field into delta S. Theta I'm not taking. I'm taking directly at 0. Cos 0 degrees 1 we know. Okay, this is for small. If I want to find total electric flux through the entire surface, what I need to do? So I need to take total electric flux phi equal to summation of delta phi, right? That is equal to what now? Summation of E into delta S. That is equal to electric field remains constant on this surface wherever you take on Gaussian surface. So I take outside into summation over now delta S. What is the meaning of summation of delta S? Sum of all the surface area of the sphere now. That is equal to what now? What is surface area of sphere? 4 pi. Radius is how much we have taken? Small r. So 4 pi r square. So the total flux, how much will become nowadays? Electric field multiplied by 4 pi r square. That is the flux. We got it now. Now I am going to take Gauss law now. From Gauss law. From what now? From Gauss law. The total flux through any closed surface is equal to net charge enclosed, right? Let's say the net charge is Q and it is Q divided by epsilon naught. Where I need to take now, since it is what type of charge density? Surface charge density. So it is what type of charge density? Surface charge density. So I take sigma equal to charge per unit area, right? Area of what now? Smaller sphere right now. So I'm going to take 4 pi r square. So now I want Q. Q equal to sigma into 4 pi r square. R can use even as a Q itself, not a issue. Okay, so I'm going to use here now. It has become sigma 4 pi capital R square divided by epsilon naught. Let's say this equation number 1 and let's say this equation number 2. Now I'm going to take now from equation number 1 and 2. From equation number 1 and 2, I say now electric field E is equal to, okay, wait. Yes. Electric field E multiplied by 4 pi r square is equal to sigma 4 pi capital R square divided by epsilon naught. 4 pi is going to cancel. Electric field is given by sigma r square by epsilon naught small r square. So this is the formula for what now? Electric field which is outside the sphere of a shell, okay, which is uniformly charged. We can write this equation in the other way also. Other way what? Sir, in the equation number 2, instead of taking this one, if you take just as Q by epsilon naught, what now? Just Q by epsilon, what will happen? Okay, I'm going to take with different color here. Additionally, okay, so if I didn't use this part, if I use only this part means this portion, then it will become what now? Electric field E 4 pi r square equal to Q by epsilon naught. So that is equal to E equal to, it will become what now? Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Of course, Q value is there here. You can insert here. Again, you get the same formula. It is sigma 4 pi r square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught small r square 4 pi is going to cancel sigma r square by epsilon naught r square. So why I'm taking this equation? Because look at this equation. From this equation, this is for what now? Electric field to a single charge, right? Yes or no? Means we are getting to know that now this charge on the entire sphere is acting like the total charge is supposed to be concentrated at the center. So that's what, like, acting like that. Okay, this is the Gauss law for what now? Outside the sphere. Okay, so this is clear to all of you now, outside the spherical shell, students. Is that clear? Can you move on to the other case, number 2 and 3? Sarvesh? Yes. Thank you, Srushti. Okay, now I'm going to take that second case. I'll take here next slide. Case 2. Case 2 I'm taking on the surface. On the surface, that is what we take now. We take here, previous case we have taken now. I think you remember. Here they taken now. Look at now. So like that, I'm going to take now here R equal to capital R. Yes or no? If you look at the previous diagram, look at now. If this point P, if you have taken here, then these two radius become equal, right? Then what will happen? Look at now. So as we know the formula previously, what formula? This formula we know. We're going to use this formula. It will become what now? Electric field E equal to sigma r square divided by epsilon naught small r square. Since it is given r equal to r, then r square become equal to r square. So these two will cancel. Electric field become what now? Sigma by epsilon naught, where it is on the surface. On the surface of the conductor, how much electric field is there? Sigma by epsilon naught. Of course, it is perpendicular to surface. Okay, that is case number what now? Case number 2. Let's say now case number 3. Case 3, inside the spherical shell. So inside means R is less than capital R, right? Means if I look at the previous diagram, so somewhere I'm going to take inside here now. Somewhere I'm going to take inside here. Okay, this I'm going to take now inside. But the thing is, charge is where now? Charge is outside the Gaussian surface. No? But what Gauss law says? Gauss law says what now? The net charge what we're taken, it should be where now? Inside. If it is outside, what you should do? You're not supposed to consider the charges which are outside the Gaussian sphere. What do I imagine? So since net charge inside is how much now? Is 0, then electric field become how much now? From which equation? Like Q that we proved Q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square. R you can say from Gauss law, flux equal to Q net by what now? Epsilon naught. Q net is how much we now we got? 0. So I can say directly electric field is 0 inside, means inside the spherical conductor electric field is how much? 0. Now question will come to mind, sir. So mathematically you proved, sir, that is electric field inside the 0, and how can we express it? How can we understand physically as per the physics? So the reason is inside the electric field is 0 because since it is a conductor, as we have a charge inside, there is a rearrangement. There is a rearrangement. We'll discuss in the later classes. Because of the rearrangement, the electric field will get cancelled. Electric field will what will happen? Get cancelled. Okay, that's the main reason. Okay, yes. So this is clear. So this is about what now? Gauss law, third application. So this is the chapter number 1. So let us start solving some of the questions which are related to chapter number 1 appeared in the previous examination and given in the NCERT book. Okay, can we start solving the questions now?
Just a minute, sir. I'll write it down, sir.
Yeah, please. And I request all of you to have a pen and paper with you now. Okay, of course you are writing. And a simple calculator. So because I need a responses here afterwards now. So students, as soon as writing part is over, let me know please, so that we'll go for numericals.
Done, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you. Okay, let us go for our questions now, one by one. Look at the question is now. There are some questions already discussed in the previous class. Two charges they are given here, QA and QB. Okay, located what now? 20 centimeter apart. So distance is how much now? 20 centimeter apart in vacuum. This is very important. In which medium they are given. Okay. Now they're asking what is the electric field at the midpoint of line AB joining two charges. Okay, let us say now the first charge is here, QA, and there's a one more charge here, QB, and there's a line joining between these two now. Okay, so this is what we call AB line. Okay, the midpoint, let us say now, this is O. So QA we know 3 microcoulomb, QB we know minus 3 microcoulomb. They're asking you in the question, what is the electric field at the midpoint of line joining AB, right? So at this point we want. Now due to positive charge, what is the direction of electric field? It will be in this direction. Due to negative charge, will be in the same direction. So electric field is going to add up, right? Because it's a negative charge. And the distance is how much given? 20 centimeter apart, they're given. 20 centimeter apart, they're given. Then can we say what is AO value? 10 centimeter. What is OB value? 10 centimeter. Okay, now I'm going to find electric field to the first charge now. Electric field to charge A, that is what now? 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by QA divided by distance how much? AO square. Now what is the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught? Standard value is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 power 9. I'm going to use directly 9 into 10 power 9 into QA is 3 into 10 power minus 6, 3 microcoulomb divided by distance between 10 centimeter. So it is 10 into 10 power minus 2 whole square. Why 10 power minus 2? Because conversion from centimeter to meter, it is 10 into 10 power minus 2 meter. This also. Now please do the calculation and let me know, students, how much you get an answer for this question now. Electric field at O due to a charge which is located at A. What do you get an answer? So the 27 into 10 power minus plus 3 divided by it is 10 power minus 2 to 100, 10 power minus 2. So if we simplify, I get 27 into 10 power 5 Newton per coulomb. What I got an answer. Is the answer is correct? What I have done, simple thing it is 9 3 to 27. So 10 power minus 9, okay, plus 9 minus 6, 10 power plus 3. And this is 10 is done now. It will become 10 square into 10 power minus 4. It will become 10 power minus 2. Okay, so 10 power minus 2 I took, and I took it in numerator, it will become that much. Okay, anybody got a different answer from this? 27 10 power 5 Newton per coulomb? Yeah, of course. If you shift the points, Srishti, it will become same answer. 25 7 into 10 power 5. Similarly, now let us find out electric field due to second charge now. Electric field due to what now? Second charge. So electric field due to B, it is again the formula is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q B divided by distance O B square. If you insert the values, it is 9 into 10 power 9 into QB is 3 into 10 power minus 6. You are not supposed to take negative sign because of magnitude. Distance is 10 into 10 power minus 2 whole square, and you get what now? Again 27 into 10 power 5 Newton per coulomb. Okay, that is electric field due to B. Means electric field due to a charge which is at B. Now from the diagram I can say the angle between electric field A and B is 0 degree. So we need to add them, right? So the net electric field I'm going to take E equal to EA plus EB, and if you add them, it will become 2 times of 27 into 10 power minus plus 5. So it will be how much? 54 into 10 power 5 Newton per coulomb. That is a net electric field. Along what direction? It is along OB. It is along what direction? Along OB. Okay, this is the value of net electric field we got. So A part is done. Now look at the question B part now. Let's say this is A part, and I'm going to solve B part with a different color. Yes, let me take this color, B part. If the negative test charge of magnitude is how much? 1.5 into 10 power minus 9 coulomb is placed at this point, where at this point a negative test charge, how much we're going to place now? 1.5 into 10 power minus 9 coulomb. Placed at this point, what is the force experienced by the test charge? They're asking you the force. Now we got to know here electric field, how much is there? Can we use now force equal to charge multiplied by electric field? So now charge is what now? 1.5. Let us insert this 1.5 into 10 power minus 9 into electric field. How much we got? 54 into 10 power 5. Okay. So tell me now, how much you get this answer now? So it is multiplication will give us 81 into 10 power minus 4 Newton. That is a force we got at where now? At mid point of AB. Okay, this is a question number 1. So students, question number 1 is clear to all of you now? Miss, as per NCERT book, this question number is how much you know? Okay, something is there. Okay, not an issue. That's not an issue. Number is not an issue for us. Concept is very important. So this question is clear to all of you. Can we move on to the next question? Students, I need a responses from you, all of you. Question number, okay, question is asking that a system of two charges they given. So QA and QB they are given. Okay, located where now 0, 0, minus 15 means it is x, y, z. It is also x, y, z means it is in z axis now. Okay, respectively. What is the total charge they're asking? What they're asking? Total charge and electric dipole moment they ask. Okay, let us write a simple diagram for this. Let's say this is x axis. Let's say this is y axis. Now let's say z axis is like this now. And this is like inside. Okay, inside negative z axis it is. Dotted lines are indicating negative z axis. Now where it is located now, look at the diagram very carefully. It is minus 15 one charge. Minus 15 means where now here somewhere yeah, I will take now. So it is what now 0, 0, minus 15 centimeter. And one more is B what now plus 15 somewhere here. That is 0, 0, plus 15 centimeter. Okay, so now this is let us say center of the dipole, and this is what now first charge QB or QA, second charge what now QB. Now first question is asking what is the total charge. Let's find total charge. Total charge as per the property of additivity of charges, the total charge equal to sum of individual charge, right? So can I say QA plus QB? So now individual charge how much is there given? So it is 2.5 into 10 power minus 7 plus of minus second charge 2.5 into 10 power minus 7. So if you add them, how much you get? 0. So net charge or total charge of an electric dipole is always 0. That we have got it now. Second thing, they're asking to dipole moment. So what is the formula for dipole moment? Dipole moment is given by, it is P we are going to call P equal to magnitude of either of the charge multiplied by distance between them. So here distance is from here to here, right? It is here to here, it is how much? 2a it is. Now if you look at diagram, here to here is how much now? Center to here, it is 15 centimeter. And here to here is how much now? 15 centimeter. So total become what? Total become 30 centimeter distance is there. So now we can say now 2a equal to how much now? 30 centimeter. So I'm going to use here now any one of the charge, either QA or QB. Let's say QA, it is 2.5 into 10 power minus 7 into 2a is 30 into 10 power minus 2. Why 10 power minus 2? Because it is converting from centimeter to meter. So you need to multiply this one now. So it will be 75 into 10 power minus 9. Unit is what now? Coulomb meter. So this is what now? Dipole moment. Sir, if they ask you what is the direction of dipole moment, sir, it is from negative charge to positive charge. It is from where now? It is from QB to QA. Okay, it is because we know QB is a negative charge, right? Because it is given 2 point negative value. So this is the question. Is it clear? So net charge and dipole moment rate is how much it is there. Okay. Let us move on to the next question now. Okay, look at the next question now. An electric dipole with a dipole moment is given this much. This is what not dipole moment, say P. Let me take different color. Yes, let's say it is what now? Dipole moment. Yes. P. This is given here. Aligned 30 degrees. So theta equal to how much now? 30 degrees. With the direction of uniform electric field means angle between dipole moment and electric field is how much? 30 degrees. Okay, with the magnitude of electric field, how much given this much? Now calculate the magnitude of torque acting on a dipole. So we know that. What is torque acting on a dipole? Torque equal to P cross E vector. And this is equal to what now? PE sine theta into n cap, where n cap is the direction vector perpendicular to dipole moment and electric field. So if I take in scalar notation, scalar form, okay, this tau is just simply what now? P E sine theta, where P how much is given? 4 into 10 power minus 9 into electric field how much is given? 5 into 10 power 4. So it will become as 20 into 10 power minus 5. What is the unit? Newton meter. Yes or no? It is what no? Newton meter. So this is the torque acting on a dipole. Is it correct? No, it is not correct because we left one more term here, sine theta. Theta is given, so I need to multiply with this what now? Sine 30 degree. Yes or no? So that case it will become what now? Yes, this is the case. It will be 20 into 10 power minus 5 into sine 30 degrees what now? 1 by 2. So it is going to cancel 10 times. So it will become 10 power minus 4 Newton meter. So this is the torque acting on a dipole kept in uniform electric field. Okay, with an angle of 30 degree with respect to electric field. Okay, this is a question related to dipole and dipole moment. So this is clear. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next question. Let us see now. Now the question is given that a polythene piece of rub. Okay, polythene piece rubbed with a wool. Okay, polythene piece is going to rub with what now? Wool. So polythene piece we have taken. We are going to rub with wool. Found to have a negative charge of 3 into 10 power minus 7 coulomb. Okay, estimate the number of electron transferred from which to which. That's that. Now look at here. In the question, it is very clear. We're going to rub what now? Polythene piece rubbed with wool is found to have negative charge. Means this is negative charge. Okay, so this is going to lose. It will become positive charge. Means electrons are going to transfer from wool to where now? Wool to polythene. Okay, how much charge is there now? charge is equal to -3 into 10 power -7. Now charges we got to know. We need to estimate number of electron transferred from where to where? From wool to polythene. So let us see now how many electrons transferred. We know from charge properties that charge on any body is given by n into E, right? So charge is given, right? So if you take a capital Q, okay, let's say capital Q. I'm going to write here also capital Q. That's it. Plus or minus n into E, plus or minus depending upon so whether the body is going to gain negative or positive charge. Okay, that's not an issue. Now the number of electrons we want, right? Then n equal to what now? N equal to Q by E. Q how much we got? 3 into 10 power -7 divided by E how much is 1.6 into 10 power -19. I think I given this value when I'm doing this starting of the classes. 1 by 1.6 into 10 power -19 is equal to how much? It has become 6.25 into 10 power 18, this value. I'm going to use here now. It has become 3 into 10 power -7 into 6.25 into 10 power 18. Okay. So if you multiply these two, they're going to get what now? 18.75. So that is equal to 18.75 into 10 power my plus it is because 18 is a plus 11. So these are the number of electrons transferred from where to where, students? Wool to polythene. That is the A part of the question. Now second question is there. B part is there. Is there any transfer of mass from wool to polythene? Where to where? Wool to polythene. Is there any transfer of mass now? Tell me. Yes or no? Answer is yes. Of course. Answer is what now? Yes. Now my question to this, how much? How much? Because there are one electron containing how much? See, the mass of each electron is how much? 9.1 into 10 power -31 kg. We know already. So there are how many electrons are going to transfer? This many. Then total mass transferred. Total mass transferred. How much it is? That is equal to, let's say capital M is number of electrons multiplied by mass of each electron. Number of electron how much? 18.75 into 10 power 11 into 9.1 into 10 power -31. Yes or no? So we have to multiply this one. So 18.75 multiplied by 9.1 will give us how much answer? 170.625 into 10 power. It is plus 11 is there, right? Plus 11 minus 31. How much you get? You get -20 kg. Of course, it is small, but there is a transfer. Of course, it is a very small value, but there is a transfer is there. Okay. So this is regarding what now? The question number. It is based on what now? Properties of charges. Okay.